Hello friends! Welcome to Explorador. Today, we will explore together the paradise and nature lover archipelago country, Indonesia. Indonesia, spread over 17,508 volcanic islands, is the largest archipelago in the world and home to over 261 million people. A paradise for nature and adventure lovers, pristine beaches and colorful underwater worlds meets unique landscapes, volcanoes, and wildlife-rich jungles in Indonesia. Combined with rich cultural experiences, from Dutch colonial heritage and UNESCO-listed temples to indigenous cultures and world-class pampering at luxury resorts, it's a beautiful illustration of Asia's diversity. Indonesia would be nothing without its beautiful people, who create the fascinating culture and extend their arms to welcome visitors. From the friendly smile to rare spirituality, Indonesians are proud of their traditional heritage. The official language of the country is Bahasa Indonesia. Javanese is the most commonly spoken language, albeit without any official status. While English is taught in schools, most Indonesians, especially in rural areas, prefer to speak in the local dialect. The official currency of Indonesia is the rupiah, Rp. The whole Indonesian archipelago is tropical, with temperatures always between 21 degrees Celsius and 33 degrees Celsius, although cooler in the mountains. That being said, we will start this amazing adventure in Indonesia's beautiful capital city, Jakarta. Jakarta is a large, bustling city with a population of over 10 million. Some noteworthy things to do in Jakarta are: admire Istana Merdeka, the presidential palace, from the outside. See the Monas Tower, a symbol of Indonesia's independence. Check out Ancol Beach. Visit the National Museum and go shopping at the Jalan Surabaya flea market. For a moment of calm, people watch from one of the cafes overlooking Fatahillah Square and the Old Batavia, the Dutch Quarter, where you can take in the historic architecture. Hey, are you an Explorador member yet? If not, please join our movement and subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified when we upload a new video. Our adventure continues, and Tanjung Puting National Park is one of the world's natural wonders, celebrated for its endangered orangutans, some of the last of these orange, long-haired primates on Earth. Located in the jungles of Borneo, the third largest island in the world that's part of Indonesia, Malaysia, and the Sultanate of Brunei. The park is home to a variety of wild lowland habitats on a peninsula overlooking the Java Sea. Habitats range from swamp forests to alluvial plains and ocean coastlines that provide a home to a diverse array of wildlife. So diverse that it was declared a game reserve before being deemed a national park in 1982. While orangutans are the obvious draw, you'll also be able to spot the odd-nosed proboscis monkey, the vulnerable clouded leopard, and over 200 species of birds in the park. Couple these rare animal sightings with fresh jungle air and no light pollution, making for excellent stargazing, and the park makes for the perfect adventure. Explore on foot or by Klotok boat with a knowledgeable guide. It's up to you. Next on our list is Yogyakarta, a bustling town of some 500,000 people and the most popular tourist destination on Java, due to its proximity to the famous temples of Borobudur and Prambanan. The city itself is a center of education and culture, particularly for Javanese fine arts, from theater to ballet performances, and has a wide range of tourist facilities. Apart from nearby Buddhist and Hindu temples and the sites in the city itself, small enough that it can be explored on foot. Tucked within East Java, Bromo Tengku Semeru National Park is an ethereal yet barren wonderland of volcanic calderas, seemingly continuously surrounded by smoke and clouds. The park gets its name from the merging of the Hindu Tingir people and the two mountains found in the park, Mount Bromo and Mount Semeru. The latter is the highest mountain in the Java region and one of the most active volcanoes in Indonesia. The draw here is less about wildlife and more about the scenery. Yet, there are still some interesting animals to be seen, such as the Java rusa deer, marbled cats, wild pigs, and the occasional leopard. The best part about a visit to this park is the chance to climb a volcano at sunrise for some of the most exceptional views across this otherworldly landscape. For those who wish to climb this still active volcano, a permit from the National Park Authority is required, and you'll only be allowed to ascend when the mountain isn't erupting. Mount Bromo is another prominent landmark in the park, characterized by its often billowing collapsed crater peeking out above the lush lowland valleys. One of Indonesia's national wonders is the stunning island of Bali, one of the most visited and dreamed of destinations on the modern traveler bucket list. Bali is a kaleidoscope of beautiful beaches, volcanic hills, lush rice paddies, and thousands of Indonesian temples. It's celebrated for its laid-back atmosphere that's attracted by backpackers, surfers, and yogis for years, who have come in search of finding their zen in this tropical paradise. Nicknamed the Island of the Gods, Bali is deeply rooted in the spiritual, with endless Hindu temples boasting colorful architecture all of their own, particularly in Ubud, Bali's spiritual capital. Spend your days relaxing on some of Bali's best beaches and diving in the Coral Triangle with its endless array of magical marine life. But the best part about Bali is just as much about doing a little as a lot. Read your book in a hammock, watch the sun go down, and feel the island's slow, laid-back vibe step up the pace at one of the many animated beachfront bars. An increasingly popular alternative to overly commercial Bali is Lombok, and its offshore coral-ringed Gili Islands are tropical paradises. Here, you can enjoy all the appeal of Bali before tourism took over. Surfing hotspots, uncrowded beaches, and magical waterfalls tucked within steamy jungles, of which Tiokubib Waterfalls tops the list without question. Backpackers head to Lombok in search of adventure. This is likely because its volcano-topped jungle provides for a great trek surrounded by unforgettable scenery. If you're planning on hiking the Gunung Rinjani volcano and its photogenic crater lake, make sure you're fit and have booked with a reputable guide. It's by no means a walk in the park. Located in Indonesia's Nusa Tenggara region, Komodo National Park is famous for one thing and one thing only: its reptilian namesake, the Komodo dragon. Spread across three main islands, Komodo, Rinca, and Padar, as well as a collection of smaller islets, the park provides a sanctuary for this strange-looking creature, reminiscent of the dinosaurs. It's the largest living lizard on the planet, and can reach a mighty 3 meters in length. The reptiles roam freely over the islands, and visitors rely on experienced tour guides for sightings and to keep them safe. Today, the park has expanded to include the conservation of the entire ecosystem, both on land and in the ocean. There are several endemic species, such as Rinca rats and fruit bats, long-tailed macaws, water buffalo, and several species of dangerous snakes. But while the terrestrial beings within the Komodo National Park are definitely worth seeing, it's the marine life that really stands out. The park protects some of the most abundant marine landscapes in the world, part of the Coral Triangle, home to more than 250 species of coral, and a plethora of sea sponges and unusual bony fish. The Indonesian island of Flores means flowers in Portuguese, a name that hails from the European missionaries who arrived in the 16th century. Lying to the east of Sumbawa and to the west of Lembata is Nusa Tenggara, The long island of Flores is famous for its amazing multicolored crater lakes around Mount Kilimutu, traditional village homestays, and endless opportunities for adventure tourism. The lakes are truly a sight to behold in every color you can think of, from browns and greens to aqua blue, colors caused by the minerals reacting to the gas of the region's volcanoes. The North Coast has many offshore islands and coral reefs to explore, with an exhilarating dive or snorkel. Or you can simply relax and soak your tired muscles in the enchanting hot springs hidden within the jungle. Bliss! Nicknamed the Land of the Heavenly Kings, Taraja Land, Tanah Taraja, is tucked within the lush central highlands of Indonesia's southern Sulawesi, a region that's dotted with rice fields, limestone peaks, and bamboo-clad hills. Home to the Taraja, a Christian and animist people, Tanah Taraja has a fascinating culture that's remained largely and surprisingly independent from Western influence. Tarajans are famous for their massive peak roof houses, known as tangkanon. Exploring Tanah Taraja with a local guide is expensive, but worth it. They'll give you a sneaky glimpse into these interesting customs and some of the lesser-known burial sites and village compounds, known for their colorful exteriors and boat-shaped rooftops. Visit by yourself, and you'll still be able to see some of the more famous sites on a trekking trip, but you'll lack the local insight and insider tips that these tours afford. An island cluster on the northwestern tip of Papua New Guinea, Raja Ampat, is one of the most sensational diving destinations in Indonesia. Raja Ampat, which means Four Kings, is made up of 4 major jungle-clad islands surrounded by turquoise lagoons and pearly white palm-fringed beaches. Wagyo, Salawati, Basul, and Bantanta, along with thousands of smaller islands. The archipelago is celebrated for its rich marine life and underwater coral reefs, home to as many as 75% of all known coral species. With everything from underwater photography to wreck diving, it's so beautiful. You should definitely invest in an underwater camera. But the fun isn't limited to offshore. The islands are also a fantastic bird-watching destination. Pack your binoculars and keep your eyes peeled for eagles swooping overhead and birds of paradise, such as the Wilsons and Cendra Wash, chirping in the treetops, while you trek to waterfalls and mysterious age-old caves. After having explored Indonesia's stunning beauty, now it's time to discover its delicious cuisine. The culture of Indonesia is well reflected in its culinary heritage. Some of the traditional dishes of the most beautiful and wonderful Indonesian archipelago are popular around the world and will make you drool by the names if you have tasted those just once. Here is a list of 5 all-time favorite and extremely popular traditional foods from the country that you should never miss a chance to try. Nasi goreng, bakso, satay, gado-gado. And lastly, some of Indonesia's traditional drinks are bir plitok, bajigur, widang serbat, brim wine. And that's it for today. After watching this travel video, how do you feel? Excited, happy, or nostalgic? Ready to explore the world? Let us know your favorite destinations in the comment section below. At Explorador, we love providing content curated for your travel exploration. If you enjoyed our video, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel for more travel guides like this one. Please hang around and watch more content we have created. And for now, as they say in Indonesian, selamat tinggal.